Hello Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Capricorn, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, let's get started. How does Capricorn currently view this relationship? All right, Capricorn. So we do have the Queen of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we also have the Eight of Swords. A really good opportunity is presenting itself to you. Now this opportunity that's presenting itself to you, it's something that could bring a lot of abundance and stability into your life. Yeah, whatever this opportunity entails, it's something that you know you should definitely embrace. I am definitely getting that, but you're unsure. You're unsure if you should for whatever reason. Why, I don't know, though. I would like to see why you're overthinking this, because you know that this is a good opportunity that's presenting itself to you. Something just causing you to fall into this energy of, I don't know if I want to do that, though. So it could be like a job opportunity that's presenting itself to you. It could be like a promotion. That's definitely a possibility. But let's look at the Eight of Swords. That's nice. The other Three of Wands says Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is kind of like the epitome. This is like the epitome of you kind of standing in your own way. With the Ace of Pentacles coming out here to the Ten of Pentacles, this opportunity that's presenting itself to you, it could definitely bring a lot of abundance and stability into your life, but it kind of looks like you're too busy standing in your own way, okay? There's something about this opportunity that's presenting itself to you that you're very much so against. Like, you know, this opportunity can bring a lot of abundance and stability into your life, which is exactly what you want, okay? But there's something about this opportunity that's presenting itself to you that you don't necessarily like, that you're very much so against. So say, for example, this is like a promotion that you're receiving, but this promotion that you're essentially being offered could require you to travel a lot. Maybe you're very much so against traveling a lot. You know, that's definitely a possibility. Or maybe you don't necessarily like the schedule. That's also a possibility. I don't necessarily feel like you're upset with like the pay or anything like that. I feel like you're more so upset with either like the schedule is shitty or it requires you to travel a lot and you don't want to do all that. There's just something about this opportunity that part of this opportunity has a lot that you're essentially seeking for, but then there's other parts of this opportunity that you're just like, yeah, but I don't know if I want to do this and I don't know if I want to do that. Okay. It kind of looks like you need some time to think about it nonetheless. It just kind of looks like you need time to think about it. Like, I don't see you immediately turning around and embracing this opportunity. I just kind of see you thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because there's certain things, man, that come with this opportunity that's presenting itself to you that you just don't like. Now, could this be you just simply standing in your own way and allowing your own doubts and reservations to get the best of you? That's a possibility. If so, this is just you standing in your own way when you really, really shouldn't. But let's look at, I guess, whoever decides to show up to the right of me. All right, let's see. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Six of Swords. All right. In regards to how this person is currently viewing this relationship with you, whoever this person is, I don't necessarily feel like it's somebody that you currently find yourself romantically involved with or anything like that. I do feel like this is somebody that you used to find yourself romantically involved with, but it looks like things came to an end between you and this person. It kind of looks like this person has been working towards healing from this ending that took place here between the two of you. I am definitely getting that. I feel like even though this ending occurred here between the two of you, they still kind of find themselves from time to time thinking about you and this dynamic that they once upon a time had with you. There is a big part of this person that wishes to essentially hear from you again, and reconcile with you again is concerned. But it kind of looks like the moment this relationship came to an end between you and this person, they haven't necessarily seen you and or spoken to you. But you do have someone here they used to deal with that's still very much so hung up on you. This ending between the two of you, it could have happened a little while back ago. But with the Ten of Swords coming out here for this person, that's kind of telling me that at least for them, you know, this ending just kind of feels like it happened yesterday, even though technically speaking it didn't. It may have happened a long time ago. So this ending between the two of you is still kind of hitting this person very hard, regardless of when the ending between the two of you actually occurred. Hopefully that makes sense. But let's jump back over to you and see what's going on. Not to sound funny or rude or anything like that, but this person to the right of me, I don't feel like this is somebody that you basically think about, okay? They're not at the forefront of your mind whatsoever. You don't wake up thinking about this person at all. And I'm not trying to be funny or rude or anything like that, but it's just something that I just noticed that I figured I'd essentially point out, okay? Let's jump back over to you. Ooh, nice. We have the King and the Queen of Swords, true pair situation between you and this person. Okay. So you have the King of Swords to the Page of Swords to the Four of Wands. Okay. In regards to how you're currently feeling, since this ending occurred here between you and this person to the right of me, you could have already moved forward and moved on with your life. You know, for the vast majority of you, you could find yourself, you know, already in a relationship with someone else or married to someone else. I am definitely getting that for a lot of you out there. For others of you, this could basically imply that you could very well be meeting someone new very, very soon. If so, I do believe that this connection that's presenting itself to you, Capricorn, will be your next serious relationship. This person could very well be a single mother or single father. I am definitely getting that with the King of Swords right next to the Page of Swords. If this person isn't a single mother or a single father, this person does come off to me as like a very simple person. Like they live a very simple life, which there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like all they really do is go to work and go home. You know what I mean? They come off to me as somebody who lives like a very, very simple life. This person may not be into like clubs and things like that. I am definitely getting that. But when this person finds themselves in a relationship with someone, they tend to really lose themselves within that connection as well as that person. I feel like their relationship with you is going to teach them to establish that art of balance within their life. Like just because this person's entering a relationship with you doesn't necessarily mean that they need to forget about their goals and all the things that they want to accomplish and achieve just because they're in a relationship with you. Because when this person's in a relationship, they tend to hyper focus on that person that they're with and they completely forget about absolutely everything else. They tend to eat, think, and breathe that person that they're essentially with. So I feel like this relationship is going to essentially teach them the importance of taking time to focus on them and their goals as well as their relationship with you. I don't feel like you have that problem, Capricorn, as far as like being able to like focus on you and, you know, your relationship with whoever it is that, you know, you find yourself with. There's that nice balance within your life. But when it comes down to this one over here that you're either currently going to find yourself romantically involved with or you already do, well, let me say it all over again. Either you're going to find yourself romantically involved with this person or you currently are romantically involved with this person. But I feel like this person needs to learn how to establish that art of balance, you know, in their life, because if not, they're going to find themselves essentially losing themselves within this relationship that they share with you and like completely forgetting about their goals and the things that they want to accomplish and achieve for themselves, you know, things of that nature. Again, I don't feel like you think about this person to the right of me, to be honest. I really don't. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Justice card, and then we also have the Six of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Wands. Okay, in regards to how this person is currently feeling, not entirely sure why they feel this way, but there's an energy of them essentially feeling like they deserve an apology from you, according to them. According to them. You know, they feel like they were basically nothing but good to you. And the fact that things play out the way that it did, you know, they feel like, you know, they honestly deserve an apology from you. Now, do I see you apologizing to this person? No, I don't even see you really wanting to talk to this person, let alone want anything to do with this person. But I am definitely getting that this person feels like you owe them an apology. For what? I don't know. Let's look at the Page of Cups. We have the King of Swords, we have the Devil, and then we also have the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's an energy of them essentially feeling like you basically did them wrong. I feel like this person's under the impression that you basically left them to go be with this King of Swords that you currently find yourself romantically involved with. Now, I don't necessarily know if that's true, that you actually left, you know, this person to the right of me to go be with this King of Swords, but there's something about them essentially feeling like you did them wrong in some way, shape, and or form, and they feel like they deserve an apology from you that they have yet to essentially get and or receive from you. It's as if this person feels like you don't have any sort of shame in your game when it comes down to the way you went about this ending between the two of you, is basically what I'm gathering. Now, there's a possibility that you could have left this person. Like, there's a possibility that you could have broken up with this person, then at a later date you found yourself essentially meeting this one over here. You know, that's a possibility. Or, you know, maybe you did leave this person to go be with this King of Swords. You know, that's also essentially, you know, a possibility. But more of the story is that they feel like they were nothing but good to you and committed to you and devoted to you. And the fact that you turned around and you did them the way that you did them, you know, it doesn't sit well with them. And they truly do feel like they deserve an apology from you that they have yet to essentially get and or receive. Okay, let's see what actions you plan on taking in this person's direction and are moving forward. Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles. We do have the Chariot out here. And then we also have the Seven of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. We got the Wheel of Fortune. And then we also have the Seven of Cups. Okay. In regards to how you plan on moving forward, I am definitely getting that once this dynamic between you and this person came to an end, you kind of kept your relationship with this King of Swords a secret. Why? I have no idea why you kept your relationship with this King of Swords a secret, but I am definitely getting that you kept your relationship with this King of Swords a secret. It's as if you didn't want this person to the right of me to essentially know that, you know, you met somebody else, or what the case may be. Because again, there's a possibility that you could have met this person after this relationship between the two of you came to an end. But there's a possibility that you could have met this person while you were with this individual. And yeah, you could have left this individual to the right of me to go be with this King of Swords. However resonates with you in your particular situation. But what I am gathering is this. You kind of felt like you had to kind of keep your relationship with this King of Swords a secret, primarily because you didn't necessarily know, you know, what they were going to do to self-sabotage things here for you with this King of Swords. So I don't know, maybe you basically felt like if this person would have found out about this King of Swords that you currently find yourself romantically involved with, they would try to like break the two of you up in some way, shape, or form, or cause drama and chaos, you know? Maybe this person's very petty and drama filled, and maybe you're very worried and concerned that they were going to create drama between you and this King of Swords, or do something extremely petty towards this King of Swords, you know, things of that nature. I feel like you kept the relationship a secret, not because you had, you know, every intentions of, you know, continuing to see this person to the right of me or be with this person to the right of me. It was kind of stemming more so from a place of, well, they're like this, then the third. I know how they are, so I'm just going to keep this relationship a secret for now, you know, until they, you know, move forward and move on with their life, because I know how they are. You know, I know how they are. I know how they are. So I don't know, maybe you do view this person as somebody who's very drama filled, somebody who's very petty, somebody who's very revengeful. You know, maybe you do look at them like that, and that's why you kept your relationship, you know, with this King of Swords a secret. But I am definitely getting that there is going to essentially come a point in time, you know, where you're not going to want to continue to keep this relationship between you and this person, you know, a secret. I just feel like the only reason why you're doing it is because of something about how they are as a person. How they are as a person that's causing you to feel like you have to keep this King of Swords a secret. What actions will this person take towards Capricorn or moving forward? So we have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Fool. And then we also have the... I'm going to be honest, this person does feel extremely, you know, foolish for falling for you. Foolish for essentially thinking that you were the one. Foolish for essentially thinking they can trust you. Foolish for thinking that, you know, you would never do anything to hurt them, betray them, and or deceive them. I just kind of feel like they feel stupid and foolish for basically falling for you is basically what I'm getting. I'm also getting like an energy of them kind of like beating themselves up. I am definitely getting that. It's one of those things where it's like if they knew what they know now and how things were essentially going to play out between you and this person, I'm gonna be honest, you know, this person kind of feels like they would have never honestly gave you the time and or day if they knew everything that they know now, and they knew that it wasn't going to work out, and they knew that this was going to blow up in their face. They would have never essentially gave you, or this dynamic that they share with you, a chance. And I just kind of feel like they're beating themselves up, you know, because they took that leap of faith when it came down to you, because they took that chance when it came down to you. They're just kind of beating themselves up. Beating themselves up is not going to undo anything or change anything. I just think that moving forward, I just kind of feel like they're going to find themselves very determined to not like make the same mistakes again. I am definitely getting that. You know, they're supposed to just, I guess, take this as a valuable lesson, not turn around and beat themselves up. You know what I mean? So yeah, then there's that. But yeah, it just kind of looks like you're clearly moving forward and moving on, you know, with your life. And it kind of looks like this person kind of has no choice but to do the exact same thing. Yeah, it just kind of looks like this person has no choice but to do the exact same thing. All right, so that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.